look at that. We just went straight into the draft. We've not even got an open. We don't need an overlay.
They've decided it's too late in the day. Yeah. We look awful.
Yes, it's true.
It's time to just ignore us. It's all about the Dota.
Focus on the Dota. Yeah, I'm talking about the Dota. Tiny IO is going to go the way of Na'Vi, and VP Polar opening with the Queen of Pain, Undying, and they're going to pick up the CM as their third pick.
5 seconds.
Interesting draft. I think, yeah, FNG, as he said, doesn't think Wisp is that strong in this meta. So he wants to play against it, so he doesn't ban it. I'm not sure who we had first pick.
First
I think
pick.
Na'Vi had first pick.
Radiant team pick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up the Weaver
It
here.
says it, but I can never remember how to read it.
Because they first pick second phase.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. True. True that. So with Crystal Maiden, you can play it pretty greedy, I think. And maybe, like, when I see Undying, I always think that you want to try to match up against the Wisp in some lane, because otherwise, why pick the Undying? I think it's really useless to have an Undying who kind of just walks around and doesn't, like, contend a lane.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they're looking for. But having a Dazzle as well, like, it's a pretty strong laning phase hero as a support. And the CM can just AFK jungle if you want. The Weaver is pretty self-sufficient on lane, shouldn't die. Queen is kind of the same thing. So if it ends up being like the tiny Wisp mid, Queen should do fine. CM can do her thing. Maybe you put Undying Weaver together in the offlane.
Yeah, that's strong. I think that's very viable. Especially with the aura from Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
It's going to help out a lot with the spam.
And you can actually go 1-1-3. I think that's actually the build Puppy uses when he plays CM. Like, he just always goes 1-1-3 to max aura.
Really?
Yeah. He did it at Summit, at least. I don't know if he does it every game, but...
I usually prefer the nukes before the mana regen, but...
Yeah, I mean...
I guess he knows best because he's Puppy.
The nukes are, I think, more if you know you can kill your lane, and then if you just have a more passive early game, aura is going to be better.
Very true. I think they picked Weaver primarily to go after the Wisp.
Yeah, it crushes that
I don't
hero.
think he's there to split push or something. They just want to force
Well, it can actually split very effectively against Tiny, though.
Yeah,
because when you see the relocate...
get catch now, they can like get a Bane. No, not a Bane, but maybe Puck or ban the Storm. What else is there?
Yeah, Puck in the soul lane's really good. I don't think Clock's that good against Weaver.
No.
Because you have to, like, the Weaver kind of has to stand still for a while if you want to actually do that. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Spirit Breaker's okay.
Yeah, Baratrum is nice.
No, we've taken that time here with this fourth pick down into the last 26. It's going to be the Invoker.
Ooh, Dondo Invoker. Haven't seen that in a while.
That's nice.
Now, why do you think out of all the games they've opted for the Invoker in this one in particular?
It can be used as a Quaswex. I think it's actually good against all the heroes, like Crushes Undying, because if you get EMP'd once, you're just and then you can't do anything. Same thing for Weaver and CM. CM has terrible int. Like, she's actually dumb. Hero has no int at all. You don't even have enough mana for all your spells at level 6 unless you have items with mana. That's how dumb she is.
Okay, well, we'll see what good old Dondo's able to pull off here on the Invoker. Final ban for the side of Na'Vi. Looking at VP Polar's draft, we're probably still expecting to see that final core, and with the Weaver, as you were saying, they've got the potential to run out in the offlane. I also wouldn't put it past them to put Illidan on that position on Weaver as well and get him farming.
Yeah, of course. It doesn't have to be like an offlane Weaver played by Phobos. It can just be Illidan and like FNG on the Undying together in the offlane.
Yeah.
And it still can contest very well. Now, the way that Na'Vi are picking this, are they actually going to give the position 1 roll 2 Invoker and just put Tiny Wiz mid? Because when you have a Dazzle, it kind of makes me think they're not really okay with the Weaver Undying matchup going up against the Tiny and the Wisp.
It's going to be a hard lane in the Invoker.
It's going to be a Jakiro picked up, so...
Maybe safe lane.
How are the lanes working out for VP?
Weaver, like Crystal Maiden in jungle and then Jakiro Undying on offlane.
Yeah, Jakiro Undying is actually insanely strong.
Yeah,
okay.
So much health between the two of them. It's very hard to commit for a kill. Probably end up trading whoever goes in on that lane 1 for 1.
Where do I don't know. Did they put the Invoker safe lane here?
That's what I thought as well. If you go safe lane,
they have to. Like, where else does it go? I don't know.
But then what's the point of the Dazzle pick? Because I don't know if it's like... I think Dazzle wants to be in a lane that's contested, you know?
Sand King.
Sand King versus Weaver.
Phonic Sand King as well, yeah.
Interesting. I'm not exactly sure how this pans out. I think then it needs to be Exort to be able to lane against the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, absolutely. You can go as Quaswex, but I think you have to start Blade of Attack to go quick phase.
Yeah, even then you don't really have the damage to lane against the Cup.
Yeah, well, Null and Blade of Attack give the same damage. It's just you get to your phase faster.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of suffer. I played it once in pub and it didn't pan out well.
Yeah, it feels kind of crap in the laning phase.
I think I had 1 CS at like 3 minutes. It was kind of like the SF game.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
I got wrecked.
Mother, come on.
I got super wrecked. I went Quasvex Invoker.
Was your team happy with you?
Seconds remaining.
I don't think so.
No.
Probably not.
I was
Probably not.
most embarrassed. Like, I was so mad at myself.
Well, I mean, what do you have, like 43 starting damage?
Yeah.
Something like that? No, it's even lower, isn't it? It's 38.
38.
But your top end is like 40 something, right?
If you go X-Sword, you have 9 extra damage.
Prepare for battle.
And then no 9, so you get 18 more.
Yeah. We'll see if he goes Exort.
I think
he likes Exort more, actually.
you can go Alacrity for laning if you want.
Like 2 Exort, 1
Yeah.
Wex.
Well,
I
here
think it's
we
pretty
go.
good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final match of the day. VP versus the side of Na'Vi. It's the second game of this 2-game series. The first game did indeed go to the side of Natus Vincere. It's myself, ODPixel, being joined by Draskell and Ain't Mother for this series. And, well, we're ready to go ahead and introduce the lineups. Draskell, it's your honor to tell us who's on VP.
All right, so VP right now looking to tie the series up 1-1. FNG is going to be handling the Crystal Maiden. We're going to have Lil playing the Undying. G handling the Queen of Pain. Illidan Stormrage here on the Weaver. And then lastly, DK Phobos on the Twin-Headed Dragon.
Okay, and over on the side of the Dire Ain't Mother, what are we seeing from Na'Vi?
On Navi's side, we have Artstyle on the Dazzle. And we got Hovost playing the Tiny. Denny on his Legendary Invoker. We got Soneko on the Wisp. And Funnick on the offlane Psyche.
Okay. And
Looks like they want to give the rune to Wisp, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
they go for some
Get
kind
his
of...
quick bottle up.
The battle
two-way?
begins.
I don't know. They're just dodging the rune contest.
Worthy
Yeah,
Yeah.
G secures himself the top, Snake grabs himself the middle one.
They're putting Dendi mid, though.
So do you feel this is a risky thing to do against the Quap? Is that your worry here for the side of Na'Vi, or?
I don't know.
It's not really that it's risky, because
No.
if you're Exort, you should be able to do
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
But it's more like, if you put Denny in the safe lane, he totally free farms, and the Wisp and the Tiny don't need a free farm. They just need to get some EXP and hold the hero down. That's kind of the purpose of the lane. But they're going to meet up against the Weaver Undying that we were talking about, and that is a disaster of a lane. Like, you're going to need a third hero up here all the time, so it looks like that Dazzle will be up in a contested lane.
It's a tri-lane even.
Yeah, they've got the Crystal Maiden up here as well.
It's
So
just gonna suck for Tiny Wisp.
it's not going to be fun at all.
Even with Dazzle, I think VP's lane's still stronger.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Undying is just gonna decay, double decays right off the bat as well. That can't happen.
Yeah, the stacking cannot be a thing in
If he
this
gets
lane.
double decays, he's just gonna go ham. Like, he
He's
doesn't
just going
care
to zombie
anymore.
slap people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the laning stage as a whole, looking at all the 3 individual lanes, the top lane, as you're saying, favouring the side of VP. Mid lane, you've got a Quap, it's going to go great. And bottom lane, the Jakiro against the Sand King. Lane-wise, looking pretty good for VP in the early game.
Yeah, they even they gave Funnick a sentry to make sure that there wasn't going to be any sentries for the Jakiro, so you can use Sandstorm to farm, which is kind of cool, but I don't know. I think, honestly, VP, can they possibly win their lanes any harder than they did in Game 1? Because I don't know if they can.
I don't think so, but this is definitely the way to do it if they want.
Yeah, well, they're going to catch out Art Style over here.
Oh, there's a stack.
They'll be able to interrupt the pull here and find a bit of farm here for Illidan. He's going to chuck the bugs out. Zoning Art Style right back, and Denny mid lane, ticking very low here to the Poison Dagger. Will Tango up.
He might die.
He's very close to
No,
dying
he's okay.
here. Yeah, he's just got
it's
enough
so
regen.
close. Yeah.
But again, this is a...
He has to go back to base, though,
Yeah.
which is still a disaster. Like, sometimes having to walk back and
Yeah,
forth,
and
dying
they-
so early is better than having to walk.
And he used the courier to bring the bottle top, so he couldn't bring a salve to mid. That's just so bad.
And he's going
It's
to have
kind
to
of
buy...
the same thing again. He's level 2 and the copy is gonna be level 4.
G is just an amazing mid player, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
no
he's
matter what the
really-
matchup.
he's
Like,
really,
of course,
really
you would
strong.
expect last game that he should win.
Yeah.
But this game, I think the Invoker can actually outplay.
I think
I think he
Invoker
might need,
needed the courier. 'Cause
his team
he
just-
only had pool tangos. And
He
went-
needs more regen. He can't
Yeah.
go back to lane with nothing. He's just going to get bullied out again. Like, G's
Yeah.
going to see that, and he's going to be like,
He's
yep,
gonna have
you're...
spells now though.
Yeah,
It's a little bit different, but
but it's one Forge Spirit, and he didn't get a point into Invoke because he had to skill Quas
yeah.
to live through the dagger. So yeah, this is a really awkward start for him. And Funnick casually burning to death in bottom lane.
It's taking a lot of heavy harassment here from DK Phobos, but it's going alright for him in the lane. 10 CS on your Sand King compared to the 12 on Jakiro, so still finding a fair bit. Did come to lane prepared, brought with him 8 tangos, but he's having to eat through them at a pretty ferocious rate here just to stay in lane against the big old dragon.
Yeah, no one's really going to be stacking for him either because VP, their tri lane is pulling the full attention of Na'Vi as well. Like they can't afford to send Artstyle off to the woods to do any jungle stacking because it just means that VP probably go for kills. They notice the Dazzle is missing. So yeah, again, VP with an incredibly good laning phase.
Oh, top lane. They're starting to put the pressure on. And I mean, there's going to be a point where VP feels strong enough to just pop down that tombstone and dive the tower and look to pick off the squishy supports with the Weaver on this top lane.
They have Tether and they're going now.
Yeah, they're popping down the tombstone here. Illidan trying to find himself the initiation. The bugs will catch onto Artstyle and Saneko. Artstyle here with the heals. Illidan getting fairly low, has to back himself out from the tower. Artstyle, he's ticking down, will have the shallow grave there to protect himself against the bugs. And looks like no one will die here, but
that's some healing ball, man. That was a lot of healing.
Yeah. I really think that any other lane probably would have just died to that.
Yeah.
Like that was very, very difficult to live through. And the thing is, I think the bugs hit all 3 heroes as well. Yeah. And the Nova hit like on 3 and then got a double decay.
Yep.
A lot of
and he
pressure.
even did the soul rip on the Wisp.
Oh, Mango. Mango available on the Undying. That's all that matters. Lil always has the mana to go in. He's actually leveling stun over toss, really? It's interesting.
Yeah, you usually do that level 3.
He's going to give it a bit of action here in the mid lane onto Den. He does end up having to blink away with the cold snap on him. Doesn't want to hang around in a fight up against the Forge Spirit. Just exchanging damage there in the mid lane. And looking at the lanes so far, I mean, the biggest difference is certainly in the middle. You know, 24 for 13 on G when you compare to Dendy's 11 and 4. It's not going great for the Invoker here.
Now, the more levels Dendy gets, so the easier it will become. You get higher base damage to be able to CS more effectively. Yep. It becomes harder to aggressively blink into the Invoker. I mean, when you get double Forge Spirits at level 9, if that's ability goes for,
they're baiting the Queen of Pain jump here.
Yeah, but she has the burst potential to just straight up kill him, so he needs to be quick.
Yeah, Artstyle's got to be quick on this grave.
He's too far away now, but
I think
he can cold snap as well, so
there is some time, yeah. I think G is onto it though.
He wants to go. He's hungry for this. You can smell it.
The CIS blood in his veins. He's just like, I must kill.
I'm sure at this point, though, that they must be aware that Dazzle's not in the top lane, that they know that the pools aren't being made.
They have a lane ward. They might see him. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They've seen him for a long time.
Yeah. I think it will become obvious soon. Like, Dendy's healing back up to full with just Quas regen. Pretty sure they should have known better if he was going to go for that solo kill.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 minutes in coming up and no one to die as of yet between these both sides. It's both teams taking this game understandably very seriously because between these two sides at the moment, every game does count in this league. It's very close between a lot of these teams and it's essential that you don't drop more games than you need to at this point.
Yeah, I think the series might, like for VP, they're doing very well in their lanes, but this time they actually have a team who can go high ground. Like they have multiple range, they have Jakiro, who's fantastic at sieging. So if they can get that kind of advantage that they did in game 1, it's going to be much easier for them to kind of seal it out. Instead of having to have that awkward phase where you can't really break high ground.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, we see at the moment, look at this.
But at the same time, they have a Sand King. He's going to be in your face.
Yeah.
Phoenix finding a lot from this bottom lane as well.
He's going to have a pretty fast dagger, I think.
I don't know. This is another one of those games where there's a couple of heroes that you don't really see too much. Like Sand King is, I guess, kind of common, but Invoker, see that every once in a while. Jakiro, not so much.
Well, they might want to go on a Vorst because he is on his own. They don't have any supports on the side of Na'Vi up here. Tombstone will be dropped. They're going to try and bring down the Tiny. Now comes your TP from Io, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything. He cancels it as you realise that Vorst might be in trouble. Vorst might be able to bring down Undying with the tower hits as well. No, the Sorrow's going to keep him topped up. And that will be your first blood. Mid lane, G's tried to go in onto Artstyle, but now as well with the rotation from Jakiro, they'll be able to hold the Dazzle in place. He does get off the shallow grave. And now with the help of Dendy, they're trying to bring down the quad. Will they find the kill? They will indeed. Phobos does pick off the Dazzle. And this early game, first engagement of the game, ends as 2 for 1, favouring the side of VP. VP, of course, also finding the first blood, so a very favourable fight there for the Radiant.
I think it favours Na'Vi, though.
You think?
Like, Queen of Pain dying there.
Yeah.
She loses a lot of momentum.
Yeah, it gives a bit of relief.
She didn't use ulti, though, so she didn't commit too much, but still.
What do you think about the maxing Quas instead of Exort?
He needs the regen, so I get why he does it, but
yeah, if you hit harder, do you really need the regen? Because the Queen goes in to like hit you or whatever with dagger, and then you just cold snap and punch him.
Gee, you go straight in. He wants to find Dendy. He's got the Sonic Wave. The Ice Path will connect as well. Is it enough to bring Dendy down? He's going to be okay here with the heals from Artstyle. And that is going to be the use to no avail, unfortunately, for the side of VP in the mid lane.
Yeah, I think he just wants to survive. He doesn't want to dominate the lane or anything, so I think...
Yeah. Well, he's not dominating the lane. He's got 18 CS.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yes,
G's
great.
diving deep. He wants to get Artstar, but Artstar so the
God.
shallow grave, and G's aggression there is heavily punished. The poison is still on Artstar, but he's going to get bowled up here by Suneko, and I think that's going to be enough. Yeah, he should be able to get himself back. He's got enough mana for a heal.
All right, G's tilting.
G
like
is,
a
he's going
cold
ham.
game.
It's 100% tilt. Like, there's no, like,
Oh, funny. He's got a haste rune. He's got the epicenter as well here. He's going to go straight off onto Phobos with the epicenter as well, and he will get it off now. He's been over. The slow is there. This is true. Havors will toss Lil into Phobos. Havors, he's going to get taken down though by Illidan. And now Illidan, he's going to look for more now as they freeze up Funnick. They'll bring down the Sankey. Potentially one more hit. All they needed. Illidan will be able to Shikuchi forward and chase this one down surely. Oh, yes.
Oh,
he finds the Funnick.
Just on here.
yeah.
You could have. Yeah, I'm probably dead anyway.
I think you don't actually, like, your character doesn't move until the end of the burrow strike animation anyway,
Yeah,
so you still
exactly.
count.
But he turned.
Yeah.
Could have done right. I don't know. He would probably win that.
Well, hopefully FNG can rein in G's anger here in middle lane. It's like, please, don't feed. We are winning.
Yeah, G is so mad. He just wants to kill them.
He really does like his double null, doesn't he? He does this pretty often.
Yeah.
Seems like he like wants to snowball off of just CSing and being able to dominate the lane that
Wasn't
way.
there a player that went Ethereum, Blade Mail, 3-0 Talisman build?
Oh, yeah, the triple no.
Who was the first one who
That's
did it? I
classic.
can't even remember.
Wasn't it top player?
There you go. Bone
Yeah, I
7
think so.
apparently. G again trying to go on Dendi. Are you not killing Dendi on your own at this point? Dendi, he's found those levels. He's level 7 at the moment, and they're going to need a little bit more than the Queen's harassment to bring him down at this point of the game.
Yeah, I think G has finally realized that tower diving is not the way. Blinking into cold snap and towers is it's a risky business. And I think he's learned his lesson.
Bottom lane, we see both Havorst and Funnick, Havorst and Suneko trying to get a push. There'll be the avalanche onto Lil. Lil's going to try and chase this one down. Has dropped the tombstone. The zombies are there, but Havorst just tosses up the Undying. Undying pots the ult, and there's just Sonic Wave straight onto the IO. And now G and Lil maybe going to turn their attention towards Havorst. He's got a dagger in his back.
TP out.
And yeah, Undying's just keeping himself safe in the sidelines. Havorst's got the mana to go back in on this, and he's also got the backup of Artstar. The avalanche is going to get juked though. Lil coming in with a double decay. The Sunstrike coming down, and it will land on the Undying. Dendi able to find that kill. They lose Havorst there to the Scream, and FNG's also going to find Artstar here, so it is a double kill for G. And it ends up being a 3-for-1 trade. Can Dendi clean up this Crystal Maiden? The Deafening Blast catches her, but there's Cold Snap has already worn off. And FNG's has been chased down by the Forge Spirit. Dendi just TPs out as Illidan tries to go and work.
I think he won at the same time.
Yeah.
That was tight.
That was very, very close.
Oh, there's your solo relocate onto G. Is this a kill? Suneko.
Come on.
Suneko.
Got him.
What a play.
All right, now he's ultra tilted.
That you're going to be tilting after that. After Naya just relocates in and hits you with his balls. I mean, that's got to be a bit infuriating.
How long was his blink cooldown? It seemed like a really long time.
I think it was.
Yeah, it's just level 2.
I think he greed blinked to get home to base faster,
Oh,
and he had a ward. So he has to reel home.
God, I would actually just like.
I did it once against Pycat in Pro League, Pro League, and he had ward behind the tower, and he was Spectre.
Oh, and he just haunted too.
Yeah,
and then you were just like
100
I hate my life.
Fuck this shit.
Illidan. There's 5 heroes here on the side of Na'Vi. How's Funnick doing on his way to the Blink Dagger? Let's have a look at his gold gain. He's got coming up to 1200 on top of the Tranquils, so another couple of favourable fights for Na'Vi, and he'll have that on board.
Atos Gaming on Jakiro? They did get buffed. It's 30 int now.
Extra intel.
Yeah. I think it's actually fairly good against Na'Vi because no one really buys BKB, right? I mean, Tiny does eventually, but it's not for quite a while.
It's a really good catch item against Wisp.
Yeah.
Just Ados him and then kill him. Yeah.
TP's down here onto the bottom lane. Illidan's going to go forward here. He's found Suneko, he's found Avos. We'll throw the bugs out, the latch onto both. Now he's going to try and find Suneko. Suneko tethers himself over towards Avos. There's going to be the avalanche toss onto Illidan. Illidan's able to time-lapse it out. They've taken down the eye. The tombstone's been dropped. Arstar's going to get himself out. Avos looks for the TP, but it's cancelled by FNG, who pops the ultimate here on the CM. They're bringing Avos slow. They'll find him. It's a double kill for FNG here on the Crystal Maiden. They were also able to bring down the Dazzle. Funnick very lucky there to have himself a haste rune, but Na'Vi losing 3 heroes, and VP yet again coming out on top of these early game team fights.
That was a really, really nice engagement. Havos tried to cancel the CM ulti, but
they might find Denti. Illidan.
He's got Ghostwalk.
He's scouring him out. Denny turns around with the Deafening Blast, throws down the meatball. Illidan's going to juke this one out, and indeed Ghostwalk straight up will get caught out by an ice path. They're going to look to continue to chase him as he's been taken out of his sentry's been popped down, so there's nowhere for Dendi to run. There's nowhere for him to hide. They pick off the Invoker. And can Na'Vi catch anyone out here? They do have the Tiny and I both back up, and there is a relocate available. But Vorst a little bit too far away from Seneko to make any action happen here. Well, the pressure being applied. Oh, they're going to go for a relocate. They're going to go for the relocate on FNG. He's all alone here. We'll get the slow out. Can he juke this one out? There's a lot of TPs in. They want to save their Crystal Maiden. They want to save their Crystal Maiden. Is this relocate not going to work? They're going to have to hope that the relocate takes them back out. They might find Illidan. He's got a Tyrannus available. And they've left to Vorst here. G's here as well. And, well, FNG tries to come back in. We'll get caught out by Funnick. The epicenter will be cancelled by FNG, and Lil throws down a decay. Funnick having to back himself out of this one. Tombstone's being dropped. Arstal trying to bring it down at Vorst. And Funnick going to commit to bring down this Tombstone as well. G, he's got a Sonic Wave. It could be a big one. There it goes. He comes out. He catches 3. Dazzle and Io, they mount. Now G with the dagger onto Vorst. He throws the toss into Undying. We'll get 1 return kill, but Vorst is going to lose his life here as G picks up a double kill. Funnick trying to walk towards FNG. Finds the Bro Strike. Might be able to bring him down with a Sandstorm, but FNG, he lives. They're not killing this Crystal Maiden. Funnick's just going to sit there. Illidan coming in with a Shikuchi. He's found himself a double damage as well, and Funnick has come out. He's tickling away at Illidan. Illidan able to Shikuchi again. Funnick's got to get himself out of it. He doesn't want to stick around. Oh, yes, he does, because he finds the kill onto the Weaver. Now with the Sandstorm again. G walks out with the Cold Snap and Sandstorm combination ensures that Dendy and Funnick find themselves G on the quap. Oh my goodness, 14-7. Na'Vi finding some very, very big kills off the back of that team fight, and that has given Funnick the money for his Blink Dagger. Fantastic play there from Funnick in that fight.
What is actually going on in this game? This is like some of the clowniest fights I've ever seen in my life. Like, they relocate for a CM with a Tiny Wisp, they don't get the kill, and they break the CM's Tranquils, and they don't get like the slowest hero in Dota besides Techies. Like, how does it even happen? And then it just gets into this like long drawn out fight. G comes in, obliterates everyone, still manages to die to Funnick, who burrow strikes up high ground. They did have a vision there though, so.
Ooh, VP with this maneuver. They smoked up here in the Dire Jungle. They certainly are. Lil and FNG leading the way. This Crystal Maiden, 3 kills, 5 assists, hasn't died a single time this game. This has been some absolute bang-on performance here from FNG this game. And he's going to look to just take this stack with the help of Lil and Illidan. They're going to get away with it as well. The side of Na'Vi not in any position to come into the jungle, as VP continue to cement their dominance. And now they're maybe going to look for Funnick here. He's hit level 11. He's going to get caught out by an Ice Path as Phobos comes in. They're going to have the wraparound potential as well. FNG cashing out, but Bleebasher, Funnick does get the stun. Off onto FNG, the dust has been popped. They will bring down the Sand King here. Now, Funnick down for 45 seconds. Almost certainly going to lose a tier 2 here, Na'Vi on the top lane.
A Liquid Fire means that your push potential is just insane, no matter what team you are. That ability in and of itself just makes they want to go for more here.
The side of VP. Illidan leading forward. He's found Seneko. And he's also found Havors going up to the high ground.
Combo, I think.
He's trying to kill the Io first, and that's the best thing to do. He gets the bugs out onto both, and Io is just melting it. They're doing the arrows, the toss, the Sunstrike. Yes, they've got him. They kill the Weaver. FNG from the high ground with the ultimate. It's not going to be enough to bring down Seneko. Havors does take the bug off. Seneko says, hold still, buddy. I've got that one for you. Seneko will be able to get himself a rune and heal himself back up. FNG simply TPs out. It was a nice attempt with the ultimate there, but just didn't have the range.
I think it would have been better to just time-lapse to bring yourself to full HP after you took like 20%. Because in that situation, if you're full, you don't die. But I think he was just a little bit greedy.
I think with the Sunstrike, I don't think it matters.
I don't know, because the stun toss brought him to like 200 health. Yeah. And then the Sunstrike finished him.
Yeah, he's found Lil. Seneca's going to be boosting up here. The Tombstone comes out, but it doesn't matter. The amount of Dendy's doing here with these Forge Spirits absolutely blows up Undying. He'll find the Tombstone here as well. There will be a reaction from VP as they're sending G and FNG round into the Radiant Jungle. There's a TP in as well from Illidan. They want to try and find this one. Funnick is going to be scouted out by the Illusions, and well, pops the stun on them straight away. Sentry's being popped down, and Funnick dies instantly there to the lineup of VP. And the rest of Na'Vi, well, Arstal, he TP's out. He does not want to stick about. Io heads into the tree line. He'll TP back to base as well, and Dendy has already made his retreat down the bottom lane.
It's a lot of action in this game. It's just like almost non-stop fighting. Dendy going for the book build. I like it.
He's actually pretty fun. He's gotten so many kills now.
Yeah.
I saw it at his inventory like 5 minutes ago. He only had Treads, Bossy, Noodle, and Wand. Looks very, very poor. But now he has a Necro. That's pretty good.
Weaver's going for the HP build, goes drums, so he can live through the combo a little bit easier.
I think you should consider Cloak as well.
Casual Cloak,
then,
or?
Yeah, but then his inventory is kind of awkward.
They're going to go for it. FNG is wrapping around here as well. Will find the slow. The bugs are out onto him. They'll freeze him up as well. He'll throw out a Sunstrike, but with the ultimate for FNG doing so much as he's trapped in the tree line. Illidan should be able to pick this one off, and he certainly will. Illidan ending Dendy's killing spree there and getting a hefty bit of gold for it as well.
He gets a Necro as well.
Yeah, that's
really nice.
Funnick, he needs to be careful here. There's both the Crystal Maiden and the Undying looking to chase this one down, but he's going to be a little bit too elusive for them to catch out as he heads back behind the tier 1.
I think VP are still looking really solid for the time being. It's just a matter of their lineup is so elusive. It's very hard to just go for the kill, and if you don't get a stun toss into like another stun or like a sunstrike, the hero just like gets healed, or you can't like do anything to it because the FNGs are always around with the urn, and if you don't burst the Weaver, he's back to full health straight away, and then you're just like at square one with no disables. Can be really tough.
Funnick hoping to
He's
set
got
something
epi.
up.
They can
He
kill
has.
this, yeah.
He's going to go straight up with it, but Illidan with the Scooch is going to be hard to catch out, and he doesn't know where to go. The relocate comes in as well, but VP, they're already out of there. And in fact, Illidan, he wants to go back in. He's going straight for Seneko, throws the bugs out. They will latch, pops the drum charges. They look to find the burst strike, but it's going to be offset to Tombstone's being dropped. And now is this a fight that Na'Vi want to stick in? No, it's not. They relocate back out. Funnick is able to blink away, but now G comes forward with the Sonic Wave straight onto the Art Star Dazzle. Deletes him. Ice Path onto Dendy on the back of this fight. It's Phobos slowing up the Invoker, who's trying to get himself out of this fight. Na'Vi,
he's dead, yeah.
He's going to tick down, isn't he? Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Oh my
Cheeky play from
God.
Funnick.
The damage, the Atos. It like kept him in macro fire for so long, he got wrecked.
It's insane. That item is really good.
Oh, tier 1 down on the bottom lane here, and with no
Jules
Dendy
as well.
for 30 seconds, they could potentially go for a tier 2 here as well.
Oh, easily.
Phobos is huge.
I mean, he was against the Sand King.
Yeah.
That's a really easy lane for Jakiro, I think.
Yeah, for sure. He wins most one-on-ones, I think.
Yeah, Liquid Fire, too strong.
Like a melee hero has nothing to put up against him. So, yeah.
Na'Vi decides to fight into this. They still don't have Dendy. This is not the fight they want to take an Artstar. Maybe you've came a little bit too close. This Shallow Grave Cost gets cancelled, but he does
He's
manage to
still
get
dead,
it
though.
off. Everything is being thrown down on him. There's no way he can live through this, and he certainly won't. Illidan able to find the kill onto Artstar. 20-9. 20 minutes into this game. It's not looking great for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that was a bit of an unnecessary death. He knew everyone was there already, so I don't know why he went there. And now they're just gonna get Roshan, I think. They have Medallion.
No, I don't even have Medallion, but
It's gonna be pretty slow, but...
they got urn charges. It's good enough.
And Flesh Golem.
Yep.
Pings did come out from Dendy, so he's well aware that they're doing it. Can they do anything to contest it? They've got everyone back up.
They have a high ground ward as well, so they can see like any initiation. Funnick's actually going into their woods, but I think they saw him. Well,
He's going to go for it with the epicenter, and he goes straight in with the bow strap. Even both Illidan down, he gets the double kill. And now with the backup from Vorsa Seneka, they might find more. FNG with the ultimate, it's not enough. He does find the kill onto Io. Now G and Phobos, they're turning around, trying to pick off Vorse as he's trapped in the pit. Dazzle from the high ground, providing the heals. Now with the Blade Bow Strike onto G. Funnick with the plays in this fight. Phobos has got to get himself out because the rest of his team are dead. And now with Dendy turning up, they should be able to claim Roshan for themselves. And we saw the Roshan fights in the first game, heavily favouring Na'Vi about 20 minutes in, and again, this seems to be a massive turning point where Na'Vi coming back into the game with a huge swing in terms of difference, as we can see on the graphs now already.
Apparently Roshan is how Na'Vi win games in this patch.
Yeah.
They just somehow like get one hero with mass AoE and a disable to just kill everyone inside of the pit at one very important point. And that's actually insanely frustrating for VP.
That was so ballsy of VP.
Was the second smoke for that? Because they did have a high ground ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I was like, they should have seen it, but then I didn't.
He saw them go in, but he never saw them left. So, yeah.
I mean, Funnick's got a veil now as well on the Sand King. Funnick has done absolute work here for the side of Na'Vi this game. That was, I mean, the perfect initiation. They might find FNG here. Crystal Maiden, a little bit ballsy, all on his own there in the jungle of Na'Vi, and well,
A bit.
A little
Did he
bit.
have a ward?
A little bit. Necro 3 on Dendy now as well.
Yeah, this is... I think VP is still fine.
Okay.
It's getting to the point where it's like...
It was a pretty big loss, though.
Yeah,
like that Roshan would have pretty much secured being able to even siege high ground, I think, if VP had been able to get that. And now they're kind of, the next 10 to 15 minutes are just, there's almost no chance they can go high ground.
It's like exactly the same as in the first game.
Yeah.
Where it's like... It's more so the fact that Na'Vi has the Aegis and not VP. The golden XP is not so much, but just the Aegis being on their side.
I think the difference, though, for VP is that they can siege now, whereas last game it was significantly harder.
Yeah.
VP.
What do you mean, Na'Vi?
No, both teams can siege.
Yeah.
Because you have Jakiro. Like, all you have to do is, like, you walk up to the tower, you hit it once, and, like, you don't have to commit. And, like, Na'Vi was tiny, so of course they can push, and they have Book 3 and an Exort Evoker. So.
Alacrity tiny, man.
Yeah, that is
some
the dream.
scary shit.
The jungle now. Funnick and Dendy. Seeing if they can make any act. They've got the epicenter and with the Veil as well. Funnick is going to do some attack. Mid lane, Queen of Pain. Finding a kill onto Dazzle. He's trying to find more as well. But the punches from Havorst. Oh!
God, that was close.
That was incredibly close.
Thought he was looking for
Sunstrike. Oh, he gets the Crystal Maiden. He was going for FNG.
Yeah, he was going for FNG. Everyone's like, wait, is he going for the for the Queen? But nope. I guess he wouldn't have seen the BKB were off either way, right?
On the Invoker?
Yeah, like he wouldn't have seen Queen's BKB.
Yeah. Thing is, you can just put a Sunstrike in the base. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like he's gonna TP home at some point.
You gotta have that game sense. Yeah. But he TP'd in Fog, so that's a hard one to land, I think.
Does it pierce Medic Immunity?
Oh, yeah, Funnick with the epicenter. He's looking for Phobos. Oh, that very clutch Short Scepter buying him time, and that's the epicenter whiffed. Very nice reaction there from DK Phobos.
I don't know, man. This game is like still very tense. Like either team can easily take it.
Toss onto Dendy. Phobos will lay down the ice path. Where's the backup for the side of VP? It's still behind the tower. They don't want to go in on this one. They want to wait until Na'Vi come to them. And well, off the back of that, Dendy and Funnick, they're not going to want to hang around too long because they don't have that epicenter and they don't have the tools really to jump straight in head first against VP alone.
I don't know, man. This Shakira is huge. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
He has so much farm.
It's insane. He's
actually going Shivas, yeah?
I think so. Or Lotus Orb, but I'm not sure that makes so much sense.
Yeah, there's not really much
I think Shivas
Art Style all alone in the mid lane. Atos gets laid down. He will be able to get the ult out. It doesn't even attempt for a shallow Grievous.
I'm actually so confused what Art Style is doing in this game.
He's just pushing this lane out, trying to recover some farm. I don't know.
But he's just feeding.
Yeah, he's just dying constantly. And they want to go higher on.
Gets a bit of damage here onto this top.
Na'Vi has the Aegis though.
Where's the Wisp?
Wisp is top lane at the moment.
Okay, he's walking down there. But they're not going to be able to reload.
They need to get this Tiny back.
Pushes faster.
They need to get her Vorst back. Because Vorst got. He's just going to go for a split push.
And then reload on the fight.
Yeah, Vorst just looking for the split push. Fortification will come out from the side of Na'Vi. There's going to be Phobos laying up an ice path here with the Yule Scepter onto Funnick. Funnick's able to get himself 4-staffed out. He's going to be okay for the time being, but still.
They have the back.
I was going to lose the tier 3 in the mid lane, but at the same time, they've lost the tier 3 here on the top lane. And Vorst, he's on the racks here. Avalanche onto FNG. He will now go for the ultimate. G with the dagger onto Vorst. There's a TP back from Phobos as well. Can they kill the Tiny? They're going to try their best, and they will find him for the first time. He's got the Aegis. He's ready for round 2.
Oh, they don't have it.
I don't think they can save Tiny here. Vorst is in a lot of trouble. He did find half the racks, but it looks like he will pay with his life. Turns around with an avalanche and a toss onto G. Gets a few slaps in as well. It's going to be a slow death, but it's going to be a sure death as the side of VP do dispose of the Tiny.
Though. Like, trading an Aegis for a Rax, that's a trade that Na'Vi will make any day. When you have a Wisp and a Tiny on your team, that's like the bread and butter, right? Like, to be honest, I'm surprised VP let that happen.
Yeah.
It was very obvious that they weren't coming back, and it's just like, you kind of eventually have to stop the Tiny from hitting your buildings. And to be honest, that was the only way I think that Na'Vi could have made their way back into the game with just one play. Otherwise, it would have taken like multiple fights for them to get the same thing accomplished. They just got a Rax with no contention outside of losing like one hero. Like that's like a dream for them right now.
They lost a Tiny though. That's
yeah, but he has
quite
buyback.
costly, I'd say.
I think VP are kind of forced to make a counterplay now.
But he's gonna be out for the fight now.
Yeah.
Did he use relocate? Why?
Oh, Funnick smokes up.
Interesting.
Can he get this big epicenter? They're very grouped up the side of VP.
Holy shit.
Can he find the jump? The ping's coming out. They know he's there, and G's going to jump straight in with the Orchid. Funnick will force stuff himself away. G trying to chase down the Sand King here, forcing him back to base. Mid lane, Illidan's going to get caught out by an avalanche. Ice Path will catch Denzi. Zoneko severing forward onto a boss. They're trying to kill Illidan. Illidan has got the time lapse available. Will now use it to back himself out of the base. And it looks like VP, they don't want to hang out too much longer. The pipe has been completed for the side of Na'Vi, and they do not want to fight into this. Funnick going forward with a very nice burrow strike onto FNG. Sandstorm from the high ground. The Sonic Wave onto her Vorst. Zoneko getting low. The shallow grave is there. He's going to be frozen. G's found the kill onto Tiny. Illidan might be able to pick off Dandy as well. There's a sentry ward down here in the mid lane, and that should allow him to get the kill. It certainly will there with the Germinate attack, and it's a triple kill at the same time for G.
There's only one buyback.
This is not great for Na'Vi.
They still have another center though. Do they have a smoke? I think he needs a smoke to be able to get it up
Na'Vi
here.
underestimated the Undying Jakiro team fight potential.
Yeah.
Even the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, he's got smoke. Okay, here we go. This could be the big epi that we're looking for. He's got Veil as well.
Where is he?
He needs to be able to stop getting double racks.
We need Funnick to do something amazing.
Oh,
This sucks so
We
much.
need something amazing from Funny.
Bottom tower
He can get like 3 here, I think.
He's going to go for it. Epicenter
4.
straight up. Yes, there's a 3-man bow strike. Epicenter fail of Discord. Brings down one. There's the time up just in time from Illidan.
Tiny's
Now
here,
with the Ice
Tiny's
Path,
here.
Phobos can turn this one around. They take down Funny. Phobos now in a dominated kill streak. Evorster's come in, but Illidan's just focusing him. Illidan back off. Double kill for Evorster as he's able to bring down the Queen of Pain. Illidan just hits away at the tower. Wolf on a tier 3. Toss forward onto the range creep. Phobos and Illidan having to get themselves out. There's now a relocate coming in. Seneko. Tempest to Evorster. They don't find the avalanche there to cancel the TP from Phobos. He's able to get himself back out to base.
God, that was really stressful for Na'Vi. I think if they lost double racks there, it would have been like too hard to come back from. But,
Yeah.
I mean, the problem that Na'Vi have is that the middle and bottom towers are still up. So they can't just go relocate and backdoor base. So they can't trade evenly in racks, which is why it was so nice that they managed to get top. Because normally you would have to fight continually to get to that stage, but the other lanes are not exposed yet. So Na'Vi are actually in a much worse position if they can't just immediately relocate to base.
I mean, at this point of the game, who do you favour, Draskell?
Oh, VP, hands down.
VP?
Like, yeah.
They've just got to that point where it's Na'Vi going to look... I don't know.
Like, you need to be able to push the outer 2 towers, and Na'Vi
Yeah.
have shown time and time again that if they have the option, they're not going to take a direct engagement. They're only fighting when VP are pushing their high ground, and that's because they know that their team fight just isn't as strong.
What if Na'Vi are able to get an Aegis under their belt?
I guess it's possible they could win a fight with an Aegis. The thing is, Havos is getting kited so hard.
Yeah.
Like, he needs BKB. Otherwise, he just gets shadow struck. He gets slowed by
Going in.
Aethos.
Now with the BKB, he's ready to fight up. He's getting takes a fair bit of damage here from the Force. He's going to have to notice. He time lapse out in time. He's dead. 60 seconds down. Now FNG here with the ultimate catching out of Vorst. They're taking a hefty bit of damage as well from DK Phobos, but now Funny going in with the epicenter, bringing FNG and both Phobos slow. There's going to be a top forward onto FNG. G getting himself double kill as he picks up both the Dazzle, the Sand King. Now triple kill as the Force goes down. They find the IO as well. 4 heroes dead on RV Dendy. He's having to get himself the hell out of there. And once more, VP proving that they've got the superior team fight to Na'Vi.
All right, I just want to point out that they bathed in that macro pyre.
Yeah,
like,
was
Havos was just like, yo, I don't care about fire. I'm made out of rock. I'm dead.
And that was a fight that initiated with Illidan going in and not getting off a time lapse.
It didn't even matter, though.
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
be honest.
they were standing in the macro pyre for like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
straight.
and then Whip's tethered into the macro pyre.
He's like, I'm gonna heal you, brother, it's fine. And then the combo and everyone died.
Fortification comes
Did he
out.
even get off the epicenter? Like, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's down for 45 seconds here. Flenick will find the Burrow Strike onto Phobos. It's just him and Artstyle, but Dendy actually with the wraparound here with the Deafening Blast and the Meteor, but Guardian Greaves have been popped aside of VP, and now with the Orchid onto Dendy, there's nowhere for him to go swap till. He goes down, dominating kill streak now for G, and Phobos and Lil, they turn their attention towards Artstyle. He does get the Shallow Grave onto himself. He's trying to TP himself back to base. He will be able to make it, and he will survive.
So
for
many
the time. No,
dots.
he
No,
won't!
he's
The
dead.
dots are too much. Double kill for G.
Wow.
More dots.
35 to 19, Na'Vi struggling insanely against the lineup of VP, who are just proving to be far too strong for Na'Vi at this point of the game, 31 minutes in.
I think the biggest difference, honestly, is the support impact from VP. Like, between the Jakiro and like a farming capacity and the CM ulti, with no BKBs on anyone on Na'Vi, it's like, you get wrecked so hard if you take these drawn-out team fights. You get kited around, decay spams as well. It's just a nightmare.
Roshan's up.
Yeah.
Roshan is up, boys.
I think if VP get Roshan, the game is over.
Yeah.
Na'Vi, they're smoking in. Dendy will go straight and checks it out, gets the Forge Spirits out. He wants to go for this Funnick. He's found himself a little with a Burrow Strike. We'll get Orchided up straight away. There's a relocate coming in, but they're going to get caught out straight away with the Ice Pop. Seneca's going to go down immediately with FNG getting the ult from the high ground. Of course, he's melting as well with a Veil on him and the Ice Pop. Oh, he goes down, double kill for G. They're going to lose Dendy here as well, potentially. Forces himself up to the high ground, looks for the TP. The Ice Pop cancels it though. GG. Well played his quarters. G gets himself a triple kill. What a game 2 there. VP take the game. The series between Virtus.Pro and Na'Vi ends 1-1. And what a series 10, the first day of Super Weekend here at the ASUS ROG DreamLeague, boys.
What a game, what a series. I gotta say, I was thinking that in the first game, VP they should not have lost that game, in my eyes.
Yeah.
I still feel that's the case. The Invis rune, yeah, okay, it was God tier. I'll be honest. This second game though, they had the same kind of strategy. They won their lane super hard, and this time the Jakiro pick was like brilliant. If you looked at what Na'Vi had, because there was only one person who would really buy any early BKB, and that was a Tiny. Maybe Invoker buys one like 4th or 5th item, but the Jakiro did so much work this game. He crushed his lane, he got multiple kills, he almost soloed Dendy at some points. And then in that fight where Illidan doesn't use his time lapse, the entirety of Na'Vi are just like, what is macro fire? And they all just
so
stand in
hard, so hard fighting. You could tell G was really mad.
it. Dude, he was tilted,
He
I
was
guarantee
killing
you.
everyone. Like, look at those stats, man. 21-6-9.
Yep.
Poor
He was
boy.
angry.
That was, I mean, he came back very nicely, yeah. There was, in the, kind of the
Like
latter
they
stage
were
of the early game, it was like, gee, can you please stop it?
Five-man Queen of Pain ultis
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's really good.
I think FNG, you know, gave him a little bit of a prep time. And FNG's performance there on the Crystal Maiden, incredibly impressive. I mean, in that game with an insane amount of kills, only dies 4 times, 23 assists there.
He had some really nice ultis, but I think they were also focusing the Weaver and the Queen a lot during team fights. Like, those are the 2 heroes that you want to get down, because their disables basically consist of Burrow Strike and Avalanche, and you need to use both of those on the cores to be able to kill them, which means there's tons of times where FNG's just like, they have no disables, they'll just sit here and dance it out, you know? Just ulti and...
I mean, I think if you've got to give credit to one of the members of Na'Vi, I think Funnick's performance was very strong that game. We
he's
saw
the
some
only
very
reason-
nice epicenters there, and he got an insane amount of farm on the Sand King towards the
Yeah.
mid
I
game.
wish we could see like an epicenter in a fight that actually mattered.
Yes, yeah, it was kind of him going in on his own.
Thing.
Yeah,
But yeah, he definitely did work.
yeah.
Poor art style, man. He was level 9.
Yeah, he was.
He was
I
about
don't
9 in
know,
a 32-minute
He felt
game.
a bit off his game. Like he was
Yeah, he was kind of feeding.
farming by himself and running to the tier 2 and stuff like that. So he was
11
not having the
deaths.
best game.
4 assists as well. He wasn't able to find himself involved in that much positive action, as you said, in terms of the XP and level gain. Obviously, very, very apparent on the final scoreboard. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the games today. We made it, boys, through the
Yeah.
first day of Super Weekend. And how do you feel?
I'm not even that tired, actually.
Do you want to do another series?
Well, we don't have any more games.
Well, we can find a game.
can play some
We can
games.
play some games.
We'll make your
I
own.
might actually go home and play a game or 2.
You might. Well, there you
might.
go, lads. Yeah, but we can watch stream. Maybe,
That's the
you
spirit.
can catch Draskell on his stream, because it's coming to the end here at the stream here at DreamLeague. Don't go anywhere yet, because we're going to have some top insight for you, as always here. When do we never have the best insight here at DreamLeague? With good old Shane, Shiva, Matt, and
They look insightful as ever.
Not Ted.
Amperian. But from myself and Draskell, at least, I believe 8 Mother might. Are you heading over there? Oh, are you done?
I think the sofa is full,
The
right?
couch
sofa is
full.
full, yeah. Oh, there's no
paid our
room at the
dues
end.
here, we're
Hey,
done.
Mother,
It's fine.
You've been reduced to a caster, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay, you're with us, boys. But that is it from us. We will see you tomorrow for some more action here at the Super Weekend at DreamLeague. Enjoy what you've got left with our panel, and it's been a great day. And I just hope tomorrow is just as insane. Hey, Mother, any final words for our viewers on Twitch chat?
Come to my stream. Not tonight, but later.
We'll see you
sometime.
guys about.